This is our back squat tutorial and scale video. So we're gonna start by just looking for what a good squat would look like. So I got Derek here. I'm gonna put Derek into a shoulder width stance. I'm gonna have him turn his toes slightly out. I'm gonna even have him put his arms out in front just to create some balance here. I'm gonna cue him to screw his feet into the ground. So it's just gonna push his knees out as he sits down towards the ground, keeping his chest up. I'm gonna try to get Derek to come all the way down so that those knees don't fall inside the toes. In a perfect world, that hip crease is gonna drop down below the knee without any significant rounding in that low back. Come on back up. Great, Derek, turn and face me. And let's go another short, slow one of those. Go ahead, come on down. Great, so you can see Derek, he's pushing those knees out. That hip crease goes down below the knee. His back is maintaining that nice, flat posture. We're not gonna see any significant rounding of that low back, and then go ahead and stand back up. He stays balanced the whole time. So that's what we're gonna look like even once we put load on his back. So Derek, here we got a bar set up in the rack. We're typically gonna look for the J hook to be at about the armpit. It's gonna be about the right size for him, so this one's all set up. He's gonna go ahead and climb into that bar. He's gonna do it so he's facing out so that he's coming this way. This is only for demonstration purposes. Normally he'd be facing into the rack. This is just so he can see you and you can see him a little bit more. He'd pull that bar out of the rack. He's gonna get in that same stance. He's gonna pull that bar down into his shoulders, take a big breath, slowly come on down. Same thing, boom, drops down below parallel, drives up through both legs. Good, Derek, go ahead and turn to the side facing me. So same. And so his basic form looks the exact same, even with some load. Now, here is where it gets interesting, especially when it comes to coaching the high school aged kids. We want to make sure that we can introduce them to load, but we want to do it in the right way based around some of their limitations, which can either be mobility based or sometimes just coordination based if their training IQ is really low. So what we're going to do, the first thing, if Derek couldn't hold his low back position and maybe couldn't coordinate the position of his knees as he's squatting, the first thing that we can do is we can put a box behind him. I tend to do it so that the corner is kind of facing right between the feet so that as he squats, he has a little bit more real estate to actually squat down towards. Then go ahead and give me a nice squat, Derek. Just tap that box for like a depth check, and then he's able to come right back up. This can be really helpful if we take this down to whatever level is appropriate for that athlete. So Derek obviously moves very well through here, but if we were seeing some rounding or he just couldn't coordinate it, I could build that box up a little higher. So use that as the height adjustment for the athlete. Now, if the athlete has some heel or ankle restrictions, we can elevate the heels with something as simple as like a 2x4. And a lot of times that'll free up the ankle and allow him to focus on his hip and coordinating the entire pattern. So if he squats, go ahead and squat for me, Derek. That's gonna put him into a little bit more of an upright posture too, and then come on back up. We are going to be screening all of the athletes, and we're gonna be able to tell you if they have an ankle restriction that could impact their squat form. So just go ahead and check the spreadsheet for that, and you'll know when to utilize this as an option. But just in general, if the ankles seem to be a little funny, or even if you're working with an athlete, you're not sure if is it more hip, is it more ankle, take their ankles out of it by using the heel lift, and their squat looks amazing, chances are they have some stiff ankles that are just kind of messing up the whole thing, okay? Next thing, Derek, go ahead and I'll take that out. Go ahead, you can rack that bar. And then the last thing, go ahead and grab this for me, Derek. We're gonna do a goblet squat. So a goblet squat is a nice way of introducing load to a very novice athlete and really working on the coordination. It's nice because when we put a barbell on our back, sometimes there's whether it's a social encouragement or just a peer pressure encouragement to put more load than they can really do. Most kids, younger athletes don't want to hold a ton of weight in their hands because it's uncomfortable and it's hard. So it's a little self-limiting there, but we can start drilling the squat with a little bit of load with the goblet squat. So we'd ask for the same thing. Go ahead and give me a goblet squat for me, Derek, here. Good, so this form is staying exactly the same that we want. We want those knees tracking over the toes, if not slightly outside. Come on back up. Go ahead and go profile. As he squats down, that spine is gonna stay nice and flat. He's gonna ideally get down below parallel. Now, the same rules apply. If he doesn't have good hip mobility or good ankle mobility, we can employ the box squat and or the heel lift as well. But this is effectively the sequence of scales that we'd want in order to make sure that these athletes are moving well, they're learning how to squat appropriately, they're moving safely, and they can get strong the right way.